Welcome back to MVP Road Car, the channel where we take a deep dive into machines that make your heart race and your neighbors complain. Today, we're talking about something truly special, the rebirth of an American legend, the 2026 Chevrolet Nova SS 454 Big Block. A name that sounds like it came straight out of the muscle car golden age, because it did. But this time, Chevy has brought it back with 21st century performance, tech, and just enough nostalgia to make your pulse jump the moment you see it. The first thing that hits you is the way it looks. The Nova SS 454 doesn't rely on gimmicks or exaggerated styling. It's muscular in a confident, mature way. The front fascia is pure intimidation, with a wide, squared-off grille that pays homage to the late 60s Nova, framed by slim LED headlights that give it a sharp, modern stare. The hood is a statement piece on its own. Raised center bulge, functional vents, and subtle SS badging that tells you exactly what's hiding underneath. Down the sides, you'll notice the car's stance. Wide, planted, and aggressive, riding low on massive 20-inch forged wheels. The flared fenders aren't just for show. They house a serious suspension setup and hint at the power waiting to be unleashed. Around the back, the design stays clean. Quad exhaust tips, a subtle lip spoiler, and horizontal LED taillights that nod to the car's heritage while keeping it fresh and current. Every line on this car feels intentional. It doesn't scream for attention, it demands it. You can tell Chevrolet's designers wanted to capture that late 60s attitude, but with today's refinement. Paint options reflect that philosophy too. Deep black metallic, inferno red, midnight blue, and a retro hugger orange for the brave ones. Each shade comes with a high-gloss finish and optional black stripes that stretch across the hood and trunk. The kind of visual drama muscle car fans dream about. Open the door, and you're greeted with a blend of nostalgia and modern craftsmanship. The interior instantly feels like a driver's environment, everything angled slightly toward you. The first thing that grabs your eyes is the dual-gauge cluster, part analog, part digital. Chevy nailed the balance here. Traditional circular dials with physical needles for that old-school vibe, surrounded by a high-resolution screen that displays performance data, G-forces, and lap times if you're taking it to the track. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, and wrapped in perforated leather with red stitching. It feels just right in your hands. The seats are a highlight, deeply bolstered, upholstered in a mix of premium leather and Alcantara, with optional SS embossing on the headrests. They hold you tight when you're pushing the car through corners, but they're comfortable enough for long highway drives. The cabin feels premium but purposeful. There's brushed aluminum trim on the dash, optional carbon fiber inserts, and a short-throw gear shifter that looks and feels mechanical in the best way possible. You can tell this car was built for people who love to drive, not just pose. Tech-wise, the Nova doesn't disappoint. The central infotainment screen is crisp and responsive, running Chevy's latest software with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a performance data recorder built in. There's a high-end Bose audio system, though honestly, once you fire up that 454, you might never turn it on again. Climate controls are still physical knobs, thank you, Chevrolet. Because nothing ruins the driving experience faster than having to dig through a touchscreen to adjust the AC. Now let's talk about what really makes this car special. That engine. Under the hood sits a 7.4-liter 454 cubic inch big block V8. Yes, you heard that right. A massive naturally aspirated beast in 2026. It's a love letter to the glory days of American muscle. This engine produces a staggering 670 horsepower and around 640 pound-feet of torque. That's raw, unfiltered power, delivered with the kind of mechanical honesty that's getting harder to find in today's turbocharged world. Fire it up, and the Nova roars to life with a deep, chest-thumping rumble that you feel in your bones. It's not a polite sound, it's a declaration of intent. The throttle response is instant, and the car launches like a cannonball when you bury your right foot. 0 to 60 happens in just under 3.8 seconds, and the quarter mile? A blistering 11.2 seconds if you get your shifts right. And speaking of shifts, Chevy is offering this car with both an 8-speed automatic and a 6-speed manual. The manual is the purist's choice. Short throws, mechanical engagement, and a clutch pedal that rewards precision. The automatic is no slouch either, with paddle shifters and lightning-quick response. Performance isn't just about straight lines, though. The 2026 Nova SS454 has been built on a reinforced chassis with adaptive suspension, allowing you to switch between comfort, sport, and track modes. In comfort, the car feels composed, surprisingly easy to live with, soaking up bumps without losing its muscular feel. Switch to sport or track, and everything tightens up. The steering becomes sharper, the throttle response immediate, and the exhaust opens up with a ferocity that will make you grin like a maniac. The handling is balanced, predictable, and powerful. This isn't the floaty old muscle car of the past. It's a genuine performer that can hold its own against modern sports coupes. Braking is equally serious, 6-piston. Brembo calipers in front and 4 pistons in the rear clamp down on massive ventilated discs, giving you confidence even when you're really pushing it. Tires are sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, providing the right amount of grip and drama. On a twisty road, the Nova feels alive, heavy in a reassuring way, but agile enough to surprise you. The steering feedback is direct, the power delivery linear, and every shift feels like a moment. Fuel economy? Let's be honest, no one's buying a 454 big block to save gas. You'll get somewhere around 14 miles per gallon in the city and maybe 22 on the highway if you're gentle, but let's face it, you won't be. This car is about emotion, not efficiency. And every time you downshift and hear that V8 bellow, you'll be reminded why that trade-off is worth it. Now let's talk price. Chevy knows this car sits in a special niche, part nostalgia, part performance flagship. The base model of the 2026 Nova SS454 starts around $68,000. But once you start adding performance packs, carbon trim, premium paint, and tech options, you're easily looking at $80,000 to $85,000. It's not cheap, but compared to European sports cars that offer similar power and far less soul, it's a bargain. And let's not forget, this car is going to turn heads everywhere it goes. In the end, the 2026 Chevrolet Nova SS454 Big Block is more than just a car. It's a statement. It's Chevrolet reminding everyone that muscle isn't dead, that you can still build a car that's loud, raw, and full of character without losing modern comfort or reliability. It's for people who love to drive, people who want every trip to feel like an event. Whether you're parking it at a show, ripping through back roads, or just cruising down Main Street, the Nova commands respect. This car isn't about being the most efficient or the most high-tech. It's about emotion, about connection, and about power you can feel in your chest. The 2026 Nova SS454 Big Block is the kind of car that makes you turn around for one last look every time you park it. It's the rebirth of a legend, and it's one that proves American muscle still has plenty of fight left. So, what do you think? Would you take the manual or go with the automatic? Which color would you pick? Drop your thoughts down below and let me know if you think Chevy nailed this modern classic. As always, thank you for watching MVP Road Car, where horsepower meets heart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dive reviews and real-world tests. Until next time, keep the revs high and the rubber on the road.